sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. Returning it, Johnson. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field. Field position. 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's get it.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mayfield, airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd and 5.
And 5 yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got Lockett. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 6. They'll run with Chubb. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The ball carrier.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. The 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action, throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Titans nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Tackle made at the
last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs. That they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
From the tackle.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Taken down.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Touchdown, Titans! Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now this one complete on the slam route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He lets it fly for Lockett. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this 1st quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2? Win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
39 yards there, a big one. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 27. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
3rd and 2.
Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
That's good.
2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Evans. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Wilson.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A give. This is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Browns 14, Titans 7.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
52 is the mic right here over there.
Now Tua going to try and sneak it. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tua Tagovailoa keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And this one through the uprights and good.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. gun. Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Oh, and it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Mayfield to throw it. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
He's tackled at the...
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They go with Chubb on second down, and this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Third down.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Complete to
Calvin Ridley. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, And it's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
8-yard line.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll run on first down with Evans. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The ball carrier.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, it's Evans. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 15-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Taken down.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, it's Smith. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Titans' 48-yard line.
Mayfield down. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Mayfield letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Mayfield. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt.
46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? They'll begin on the ground with Evans. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Watch the pass. Whip. Watch the whip.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 24. 39 yards there, a big one. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
At the Browns' 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker Kyle Van Noy. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Down left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The quick feet by Jackson. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll run on 1st down. Evans. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
A gain of 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Third down.
On third down, Mayfield. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's a gain of 20.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
First down.
Give to Smith out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Brought down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Third down.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down right at.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Tua, a big spot for the rookie from Alabama. Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. They run it again with Chubb. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. To throw, Mayfield. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. Tua. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Titans. Chase Claypool with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Titans can have the lead if they hit the extra point.
I don't think there's any great secret or mystery here. We're in the 4th quarter. You've got to take that shot, especially since you're down on the scoreboard. But I have to understand what was going on defensively. They've got to know that as well, don't they?
Absolutely, but they look lost defensively, and they took that shot, got in the end zone, now in position here to take the lead. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Tyler Lockett.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On first down, they'll start out with Evans. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are going to take the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness? The burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. A first down carry for Smith. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
The tackle made.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 6-yard pick.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Alvin Kamara, 69 yards. And the Titans are going to take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Mayfield to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
2nd and 3.
2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb in the final minute. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Tagovailoa. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
And 7.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. To throw is Tua. He's going to look deep down the field. And this will be caught at the 30. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Christian Fulton, the rookie, picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.